Brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process. We decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Walma.
I'm Tom Brown.
I'm Emily Clark.
Ricardo Winston.
Scott Fisher.
And this is Creativity Wasted.
So, if you know me, I've only been back in Michigan for a few months. I lived in St. Louis, Missouri for about 15 years. And there's something I just realized is that St. Louis is a city. We have this giant, one of the biggest employers is Boeing. Previously, it was McDonnell Douglas, that aircraft company. Before that was a really long history of aviation, and important aviation in America, like Spirit of St. Louis, Lindbergh over the Atlantic Lindbergh's a piece of shit racist and a weirdo Nazi, but he did one thing cool. It involved an airplane, and he named it after St. Louis. So I'm saying is there needs to be a real aviation museum in St. Louis, and there's not. I think there's I saw some stuff near the Boeing plant, but it mostly looked like model airplanes. That's kind of lame. And it was you do the name of it would be Aviation Under the Arches, because you got the St. Louis Arch there too. You have so much aviation history, and I went to Akron for a comedy festival back in April. And when I was there, I took a little side trip they had a cool little aviation museum there next to the airport. And they had a ton of cool planes. They had an old Blue Angels jet, a B-25 Mitchell or B-26 bomber from World War II in their hangar, an F-14 Tomcat, a bunch of old Russian shit too. And that's Akron. It's a much smaller city. And they got this, they have they're known for the Goodyear blimp. But that's a blimp. Those aren't airplanes. Those are blimps.
So maybe what actually needs to happen is St. Louis needs a blimp museum.
Maybe
they swap.
A blimp museum.
Or they need to take over Akron's museum and steal it.
Yeah, just take all their shit. Yeah,
buy it out. I'm sure Akron could use the money.
Right,
they could. Both cities could use the money. Honestly,
that's a good reason to go to war. We want your.
The blimp.
Yeah, that's literally the only reason people go to war is we want your shit.
We want your shit.
Yeah. Give us your shit or we stab you for your shit.
Why don't they just have the aircraft museum at the airport?
Well, yeah, they should. That's where most of a lot of these museums are, right next to airports, because you have the infrastructure there. So if you you could easily fly an old plane in there. You don't need to cut up in a bunch of little pieces, ship it, and then try to have a bunch of volunteers who roll 65 plus glue it together or whatever they do.
In the airport where you've got a 2-hour layover.
Oh yeah, I think Dulles is connected to an auxiliary of the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, just outside of Washington D.C. It's where they have the Enola Gay, the B-29 bomber that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Yeah, so much. Yeah, I just dropped a bomb on this conversation. It feels like.
I think you should be able to sample the food that was back in that era too. You think airplane food is bad now?
Try now, yeah.
Here's 32.
Is it? Here's chicken or fish. Well, which one is it? You tell me. I can't tell. It's chicken or fish.
All right, it's in a packet, a pouch.
Yeah, back when you could use cutlery on planes.
I don't remember who said this, but I think it was a guy I used to work with. He said his family member was on the Enola Gay. And one of his relatives got named Enola Faye. They used Faye because they didn't want gay as the middle name.
But Faye is also something you would call an effeminate man. I want to use little Faye. You know what I mean?
His little Faye.
So it's not better.
Quite magical.
Better, I guess.
Yeah, quite magical.
More abstract.
I think it was a girl's name though. So Enola
turns out,
Faye.
Love dick.
Both of them.
Yeah,
I think Enola. It
couldn't get enough of it.
Enola.
2 at a time. It was a female. Okay, maybe like pussy. I don't know. 2 at a time.
What kind of plane would you like to see in the this museum?
Obviously, a lot of the stuff made by McDonnell Douglas. But you also have stuff from the space program too. They did a lot with the space program in the 60s. I think I'm pretty sure they built the Redstone rockets that put the first American in space. Stuff like that. And obviously the F-4 Phantom, one of the most produced fighter jets in the Western world due to the Cold War. The F-15s, they're all built there.
We need
Just
some
to name a
Tomcats.
few.
Some
And then
Tomcats.
Which one's the Top Gun plane? That's
That was the F-14 Tomcat.
14.
Tomcat,
That was
baby.
built by Grumman. And my uncle was actually an engineer on the one of the last F-14 types that they actually built, the F-14 C or D model.
What about the plane from Darkwing Duck?
That's a cartoon, but you can have pictures of it, maybe. I don't know. Build a model of it.
They could put a
I would love to see
plane
this.
Build a
in
rug
like
of
a
it.
room.
Us rug.
So you stick like a small 1920s plane in a room with like a big screen in front, like as a wall, and you could have a video game using the actual plane's controls. How cool
Yeah,
would
that'd be
that
cool.
be?
Similarly, I mean, I think there's a museum, what they call it, down in Kalamazoo. They have, I guess, a bunch of simulators, which I recently learned I'm too fat for.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah,
For a
apparently people
simulator?
go larger than 250 pounds to go on these simulators, and I'm 280.
Well, I'm on
That's
the edge.
insane.
I'm 256, so you tell me I'm 6 pounds away from having an amazing time?
Yeah, go take a giant shit now, and then go to Kalamazoo, okay?
Well,
Sure, you
but-
manage a
like-
6-pound shit.
6 pounds. Like, what is?
Well,
Oh my gosh!
Were the
What's
actual
their fear?
pilots, did they have to be small to fit in the planes? Is that why? Is that why?
'Cause they also move around a whole lot too, and the extra weight's gonna, over time, those actuators and shit are gonna fuck up.
They could not let you in if you're colorblind, just like the pilots. They don't let you be a pilot. If you're
Well, no, they'll let you in if you're colorblind. They're just not if you're fat and colorblind.
They're like, whoa,
Unfortunately,
whoa.
I wasn't colorblind enough to see the color of all those Cheetos. So here I am, my fat ass, not fake flying.
That would be an embarrassing flying injury, is to be so fat that you broke the simulator and injured yourself.
Too
So you're
fat
at
to fake fly. Yeah.
You're at a pilot bar or something, and you're comparing flight injuries. Oh, I was too fat in front of the simulator, and the seat fell and I broke my leg or something.
Well, I mean, there's also weight limits on what's that, skydiving too. So
Yeah, I guess those make sense to me because it's like, okay, there actually is a consequence. I think and the same with roller coasters. That makes sense to me. There's an actual dangerous thing that's happening. The air flight simulator has me like, what?
It's not so much the danger to people; it's the danger to the giant. Like I said, the giant investment that they've made in this machine to go. Boop, 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 boop. Just go. Boop, 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 boop. But no, boop, 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 boop. It's not gonna be as good.
I always said I would go skydiving, and then a couple of years ago, the scenario came up, and I'm over 40, and I was worrying about my heart. I had a thing where I thought I was waiting to go to the doctor to look at my heart, and the opportunity to skydive came up, and I'm right on the weight limit. They need a special to do the tandem skydiving.
Yeah.
If I'm 240, they need somebody who's so much bigger than me, and they had them, but I chickened out, and I gave the excuse about my heart, which I was sort of worried about my heart, but yeah.
Good way to go, though.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last thing you see. You're flying through that, then you.
There's never been anything I've wanted to do less than skydive. I will never do it.
A lot of my nightmares are about just falling uncontrollably, so that's not on my bucket list at all.
I guess I do one thing that lots of people are afraid of, which is comedy, and that's probably enough.
Yeah, and so it's my biggest fear is going on stage. Really, mine's dying. Not dying metaphorically on stage, but literally fucking dying. You're telling me you'd rather die than go talking to a microphone in front of strangers? The thing I love to do.
But you'd rather jump out of a plane.
Yeah, fuck that. No.
So you like planes, but you don't like heights?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's weird because if I'm in an airplane, I'm in basically a flying metal tube. But I got a chair. There's walls. I have it doesn't really feel like you're going anywhere because of all the stuff around you. So yeah, I don't have any fear of flying. I have fear of falling.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I mean, that's why I chickened out skydiving. And I always thought, like, if I'm offered to ride in a helicopter where there's, like, no walls, am I too chicken to do that or not?
Yeah, no, that's the whole, I understand there's a certain amount of centrifugal force that was going to keep you inside that helicopter. But I grew up around people I don't trust. If I was a young person in the Army and they're like, go in the helicopter over the doors, like, have you met these fuckers I'm with? No, I'd rather not do that. I'll walk.
They did an episode of CSI where they played a prank on somebody. I think this is based on reality. Not 100% because they do base a lot of those CSIs on reality. So they had him blindfolded in the helicopter and they're flying him a place. And he thinks he's like way up high, but they're really like a foot from the ground. And they push him out of the helicopter and he thinks he's going to fall to his death.
Yeah.
But he's really only a foot off the ground and he dies of a heart attack.
Oh,
shit. That's a CSI episode. And they just leave him there. That figure it out. But
wow. Yeah.
That's the shittiest team building exercise I've ever heard of.
That's the worst trust fall we've ever done, Steve.
Yeah. I give it a 30% chance that it's based on a real thing. I don't know for sure. I'd have to Google it. But yeah, that's crazy.
It's because he had the heart attack. Like, because a second later, I'm on the ground. Fuck you guys.
Assuming we wouldn't be doing that at your St. Louis museum.
No, I mean, St. Louis has enough murder already without simulated fake murders out of a helicopter a foot off the ground.
St. Louis.
Anything more with the St. Louis Flight Museum? Are there any museums in St. Louis?
Oh, shit. We can talk about St. Louis museums all day. Have you ever heard of City Museum? So it's this 5-story old warehouse in the middle of downtown St. Louis, built by this guy named Bob Castley. And it's just like a monument to weird shit he found. It's like got weird slides. It's got an airplane and a school bus on top of the building, a bunch of other stuff, a 5-story slide that kids could go down. It's a museum you can take your kids to if you don't give a fuck if they get hurt or not. It's awesome. Yeah, it's friggin' awesome. There's like tunnels you can crawl through. I'm a little fat for those now, but I tried. It's just really, really neat. I think I got a giant tortoise or turtle in a water tank. Yeah, it's really cool. And then you got a free art museum you could go to there. It's really like just world class. The zoo is also free, and it's one of the biggest and best zoos in the entire country, and you can just go.
Isn't St. Louis the town, the city that was built on the Native American mounds that they just?
No, that's Cahokia across the Mississippi River. So it may have been on some mountain, but the big mound, the mounds are over on the east side.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. The Native American
mounds on the east side.
Yeah, you would also go to PT's for the mounds, the other mounds on the east side. PT Show Club, or there's the Hosper Club.
I see where you're going with that.
Ricardo.
There's always if you're into dudes, there's Boxers and Briefs. You can go see. That's a different.
Is that what it's called?
Show.
That's the worst name for a strip club I've ever heard.
Yeah, Boxers and Briefs.
Boxers and Briefs, yeah.
I get the boxers part.
Briefs are another type of underwear, yeah.
Yeah, but briefs. I mean, boxer. You think of like a ripped dude, and I could see why people would want to see that. But briefs.
Boxer briefs are the best.
Briefs are the dad.
Boxer briefs are the best. Anyone who's buying anything that isn't a boxer brief for underwear and you're a dude, what's wrong with you?
What are you doing with your life? Why are you wearing this?
Why are you wearing tighty whities? Why are you wearing boxers? Your dick just hanging out for some reason.
So the strip club with briefs in the name.
Yeah.
Is it guys like in trench coats and suits that strip down?
My wife has been. She was with a couple of her gay dude friends. I was out doing stand-up comedy about 3 miles from there. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm assuming the super ripped gay dudes doing helicopter dicks.
And in that is the Aviation Museum.
And that ties it back to
That's the aviation.
It all comes back together, yeah.
Anybody have anything they want to plug before we go?
I'm going to the Baltimore Comedy Festival on Labor Day weekend, and then Finger Lakes Comedy Festival a couple weeks after that in Ithaca, New York.
Cool.
I am hosting for Doug Benson tomorrow. That's pretty dope. And then the Comedy Festival, August 29th and 30th.
Cool.
Laughter on the Lake Shore.
I'm doing Say What, featuring that Say What on Thursday, the 21st of August. I'll be at New Way next Monday, baby. Come on. Watch me get the humiliation trophy.
I'll be in Colorado Springs, August 14th through 17th. I don't think they haven't given us the okay to like publicly announce, but there's a festival out there that I am in on, which is exciting. Baby's first festival. So
Good job.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Right.
Do it. Hell yeah.
So I am doing Brett Hayden's Hearsay show, Friday show, August 15th. I forget what he's calling it.
Comedy Gauntlet.
And I have my fitness streaming thing called Gaming McFitness, where I build the video game controllers into the fitness machines, and then I stream from them. That's on Twitch and YouTube.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.